Huzzah! What's going on, everyone? It's time for a top 5 reasons to play. That's right, Sunday past midnight, and you know it's that time. We're looking at Watch Dogs Legion. Now, this game came out a little while ago by Ubisoft. However, they just recently did a nice patch, or an update, or however you want to call it, that gave it 60 FPS to both Xbox and PlayStation, and also gave ray tracing if you're doing it in 30 FPS. So, like, really cleaned it up and make the quality nice. I like 60 FPS myself. I'm a big fan of it. I like playing games in 60 FPS. I think that honestly with this generation, that's a huge thing I've been really enjoying. I didn't realize how good it was until I started jumping into that, and yeah, I could take every game now in 60 FPS pretty much. So the fact that even older games have been kind of boosted up to that is awesome. But Watch Dogs Legion is a great, if you like the series, you like Watch Dogs, hacking, playing the way you want, going through all different scenarios, it works out really, really well, and it's a lot of fun. The different settings, the different storylines, the different people, and we're going to get into the top 5 reasons why I think you should definitely check out Watch Dogs Legion. So these are kind of reviews. I thought about it more and more. Yeah, they're reviews. I don't really talk about the bad things, though. I always basically, it's the positive review. That's kind of how I do my videos, or how top 5 has always been. It's the positive thing that I think what makes this game fun and the passion that I've had enjoying it. So let's get into it. Number 1, hacking. So in the Watch Dogs series, excuse me a second, I had a little bit of a frog in my throat. In the Watch Dogs series, hacking has always been an amazing thing. I think that's what's really set the groundwork and set it away from games like, okay, it's an open world, it's not GTA, it's not Saints Row, it's not Cyberpunk, it's not all, you know. Watch Dogs has always been its own thing and hacking has always been the big one, right? You can take over the cars, you can take into the cameras, go infiltrate stuff, look at the things, download keys, download information, do all these different things that have to do with hacking and stuff, and they do a good system with them, and I've always thought that the system in Watch Dogs has been really cool when it comes to hacking. You know, it allows you to do one thing that we'll talk about in this top 5 that I find really, really cool, and it's pretty awesome to say the least. One of my favorite things is definitely when you're being chased or you're driving and you can like set people to take their car and it just go to the left, go to the right, smash into the, you know, or pull up the barriers. Watch Dogs 1 did an amazing job of kind of setting that off, being like, okay, when you're getting chased. And then Watch Dogs 2 kind of went around and went off of that and boosted up even more. Watch Dogs 3 still doing the cool thing. Didn't have as many chases as I would like, but the online definitely makes a lot of fun. We played in the online for like 6 hours yesterday. And we were, one of the challenges was like get away from like 3 stars or whatnot and stuff. And it was a lot of fun. Being able to drive around and, you know, hit up the barriers and smash into, like, so we had like 2 people to each car, and doing that was just a lot. It was a lot of fun, to say the least. So before I go rambling on here, number 2, can't tell these are scripted, can you? They're not. I do my videos raw. So all you people that don't like the and the I'm trying my best. But a lot of the stuff just comes to my head, and writing it down is great. I write down usually the main reasons, but at the same time, I usually jump in and just kind of go with the raw feeling. So if you like that, cool. If you want to see more scripted stuff, if you want me to write more stuff and try to, like, you know, break it down without all the rambling and stuff, let me know. That's fine. Just throw it in the comments and let me know what you think. But anyway, number 2, the living world. I found this game to be really cool in terms, this living world is like, this is what I wanted to see for Cyberpunk, to be honest. I'm not trashing Cyberpunk or anything like that, but I do say that I have said when I played Watch Dogs Legion, that I honestly feel like this game, a lot of the living world itself, I really wish that Night City was like that. And it's really cool because you see people walk out of buildings and stuff. You see people talking to each other or having a coffee together, or you see someone maybe beating the crap out of somebody, getting mugged, or, you know, all kinds of things like that. And I think that's fantastic. That's what makes a living world. So number 3, what also makes up a living world? All the people in it. And this game is really cool in terms because, so the Watch Dogs, the first 2 had a main character. You had Aiden, you had the other guy, I can't remember his name. But you had the other guy, the whole DedSec, group and stuff like that. And they each, the storylines and stuff like that. The difference between Legion is basically the city of London itself is the main character when it comes down to it. And they made a thing that they were talking about how in Legion, you were pretty much able to recruit everyone in the city. So, and they didn't lie at all. You can pretty much go around and pick up anybody for your team. And everyone in this game has a different set to them or a different style, which I think is fantastic. You can get things from like beekeepers to hypnotists, to DJs, to Albion, fighters, to spies, to punk rockers, all kinds of different things, hackers, drone experts, all kinds of cool stuff. So you can make up the team the way you want, and it's really cool. And, I mean, of course, grannies, because everyone loves the grannies. You get the options to build the way you want, and everyone comes with their own little like styles and things like that, which brings us to number 4, the gadgets. So when you recruit people, they all have their own individual things, but not to mention you can get points and open up the gadgets in the game, and the gadgets are really cool. You got like spider bots, okay, that's going to be DMs. You get spider bots, you get drones, all kinds of cool ways to do things the way you want to do, and for things you want in your team. Not to mention you can customize your team members to have certain things too. So okay, this drone expert, let's give them a special news drone or a combat drone. Let's give this person a spider bot. Let's give this person maybe a cloaking device, so while they're hacking they can't be seen. Things like that. There's all kinds of cool gadgets in the game, and I think they've emphasized since the first one into this one with all these cool little things. Now, they do not, like the first one had a lot more violence, I'd say. Like you had a lot more, fighting and such with like main guns, but these ones are more like, I think with the second one, it was more like, okay, we're going to do things with electrical guns and stuff like that. And that's kind of where you get a lot of that, like a lot of non-lethal guns and stuff. But that brings us to number 5. One of my favorite things about open world games, if they do it right, and I think the Watch Dogs series, to be completely honest, has done this really good, is sandbox style. Watch Dogs is a great sandbox game, and what I mean by sandbox is you play the way you want to play, and it's been that way since the beginning of the series, and I really love it. Do you want to go in guns blazing, or do you want to go in like an enforcer type deal, like kicking the crap out of people as you're running around? You can do that. Do you want to be completely silent, hack your way all the way through to whatever the objective is? Sure, you can do that too. Throw a spider bot in there. Hell, have it do all the things for you, Get one of these cargo drones that are like, you can get on top of and you can fly up to your destination. We were doing in the online yesterday, we were doing a mission where we had to like take out these big drones and stuff like that, and we learned so you had to basically stealth your way past these things, and if you saw, like, literally they would kill you in like 2 shots. They were like a 2-hit kill if they see you, so they do that. So what we did is we found the cargo drone, we flew above them, dropped down to the destination to get what we needed, flew back up when they came around, and then proceeded to do it that way. And that was awesome. The fact that we figured that out, we were like, oh, let's do it this way instead of stealthing in. And it was great. Like, basically playing the way you want. And that's a great thing when it comes to a sandbox game. An open world game, I think, without a doubt, depending on the systems and the style, giving you the option to play the way you want to play is fantastic. That's one of the things I feel like Assassin's Creed has kind of done too in its style. And we'll talk about that because I'll probably do a top 5 on Valhalla, and Odyssey and stuff like that. The one thing they've definitely done is turned around and made the game kind of play the way you want to play. So like if you back in the day, stealth games used to be you get seen, you get caught, start the mission over again. And there's still some missions like that in these games, like, oh, you have to save this person in this amount of time, or if they get seen, they'll get shot. Which makes sense depending on the situation. You got someone standing there with a gun behind their head, and if they get seen, they're obviously going to pull the trigger, like any realistic or a movie or something like that. I like with these, though, that they've given you more the option now to play the way you want to play. So like I said, if you want to go in guns blazing, you can do the old guns blazing style. You want to be Rambo, go for it. You want to be the stealthiest, like you want to come straight out of like Snake from you know, Metal Gear and stuff like that. Be stealthy, never be seen. They give you that option. You don't even want to enter the building and just be like outside looking through cameras and then picking up the keys and then sending the spider bot in, and like not even be, you know, not even have your physical body in there. You can do that, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. That's my most passionate reason to play this game. More than anything else is to just play the way you want to play. And I think that's absolutely amazing. All right, well, anyway, this is top 5 reasons to play Watch Dogs Legion. It is a fun game, without a doubt. I've had a great time with it. The storyline, not too bad. I don't talk about negatives too much, but the storyline, not too bad. It does get a little repetitive, especially if you're running around looking for all the things all the time. But they do give you plenty of stuff, a lot of side missions, and again, recruiting the people gods. I think I spent, when I first played this game, when it first came out, I think I spent more time going around and putting together my metal, like, punk rock team than I did even doing, even touching the main storyline. I was, like, so infatuated with going around this living world and finding the people I wanted, like finding the most metal gothic people with tattoos and makeup and the clothes, and of course you can go to the clothes store and buy stuff. So I found, of course, the punk goth metal store. I found the cyberpunk / like industrial store. So I'm getting all that stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's how I'm building my crew. And I got a pretty cool crew. They're all decked out in like leather jackets and spikes, and oh yeah, it's tattoos, and it's cool. It's very cool. But yeah, this is top 5 reasons to play. This is Watch Dogs Legion. Thank you again, everyone, for, of course, being on the streams, hanging out, checking out the videos, giving the likes, giving the views. You don't know how much I appreciated I am for all that. So, with all that being said, I'm Storm the Bard. Be safe, be just, and as always, huzzah!